We've saved days of labor by optimizing our search using chat capabilities. AI has impacted us a lot across a bunch of disciplines. On the research side, we've used AI to really filter through a lot of what used to be a lot of labor, which is creating personas, enhancing targeting, really understanding psychographics of targeting. It's really been super helpful. It literally will name target segments and give you a description and act as a persona, which we use in creative development and strategy. So that's super cool. On the media side, targeting, search, optimization of search copy, we've saved days of labor by optimizing our search using chat capabilities. So that's super cool. And then on the creative side, we've used it for a lot of image generation work, like a visualization of ideas. It helps to kind of, picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you what I'm kind of thinking, as opposed to having a sketch artist or storyboards, or you can generate it almost instantaneously. So far, the way we've seen AI transform the function of marketing has been primarily by reducing or eliminating rote work. Like having multiple cells in an Excel sheet that are the definition of a target or an opportunity or results. AI will filter that all for you and do the work in no time. So then you have more time to think. The creative potential that gets freed up by not doing the rote work is really, I think, the opportunity of the future. So the way we're kind of balancing some of the risks or potential downsides of AI is by being our own best beta internally. So as a company, we can be the team that uses it to identify, issues or problems or opportunities that we see. But honestly, the example I would use is when we did the creativity for Cannes, where we had people, all of our agency partners, illustrate what a sea creature would look like by using Bing Image Creator. Our concern was biases or lack of interpretation, but what happened is people's personalities and backgrounds came through. Like you had textile artists who made their nudifranc look like a textile, and you had somebody who plays the saxophone in New Orleans and his jazz culture came through in the octopus he created. So I get there's downsides, but there's also upside for like cultural uniqueness and opportunity of expression that I think didn't exist before. So I think it's a balance, and we're our own best beta. That's the answer. I do think about it as close to the scale, scope, and impact of the internet. Because think about it, I'm of the generation, we couldn't Bing search something. You couldn't just look up a location or look up old ads you wanted to reference, or you had to do all that stuff by hand, and it almost made it not worth doing it. Where then the internet enabled you to do that. Well, now I can do everything the internet enabled me to do in warp speed and time with filters and context put around it that makes it more applicable to what I need. So yeah, I do think it's that revolutionary. And I think it's really, again, I think the big opportunity that I see is the filtering for idea generation and foundation for strategy and creativity. I think it's going to be super helpful. I think it's warp speed. The advent of Activision, obviously we have a bigger stake in the gaming world, but we were pretty darn big before that, so I think it's just going to be kind of exponential scope. I don't know enough yet to know materially how it's going to impact how we go to market. I think there's kind of efficiency opportunity. Yeah, I think when you look at the immersive opportunities in the metaverse or within gaming, or like kind of this embedded into marketing opportunity, what you generally find is the labor involved in the creation of the assets and the execution tends to be disproportionate to the scope and scale of the impact. So the efficiency equation is not quite there yet, especially in the newer technologies like AR and VR. It's huge. Our responsibility in new spaces is just as big as it is in old spaces. We have to protect our brand, and in protecting our brand, we want to protect consumers. So ensuring appropriate exposure and context, ensuring the experience is valuable and not distracted. All of those things are part of how we go to market. We're very values-based in our marketing, so it's not like sell, sell, sell. It's like, does this enhance that experience or enhance the understanding? That's kind of the goal. I think there are particular areas that we as a company are pretty steeped in. One is our work around sustainability. We have the opportunity to be the company that helps people understand their impact on the environment. And so once you understand it, you can then have impact on it. So our technology being leveraged there is huge. This idea of equality and equal access to opportunity is huge for us. It's one of our 4 pillars. Economic opportunity is often facilitated by technology, and that's who we are and what we do. So those are kind of 2 big ones.